Sometimes when Allah brings the right person into your life, it doesn't feel right at all. You expect calmness, ease, a feeling of peace that settles your soul. You think everything will just click effortlessly, like two puzzle pieces finding their match. But instead, you're met with confusion. There's friction, discomfort, and situations that shake your certainty. You find yourself questioning everything, your feelings, your expectations, even your prayers. And in the middle of that emotional chaos, you might whisper to yourself, how can this possibly be good for me? Why does something I prayed for feel so unsettling? But what if the struggle is not a sign to walk away, but a sign to look deeper? What if those uncomfortable emotions aren't warning signs, but spiritual invitations? What if Allah, in His infinite wisdom, is revealing this person to you not through ease, but through lessons, through self-discovery, through transformation? Because sometimes the person written for you doesn't enter your life with quiet footsteps. They come with purpose. They don't just touch your heart, they stir it. They awaken dormant feelings, they challenge your thinking. And they illuminate wounds you didn't even know you carried. In this video, we'll uncover 5 spiritually uncomfortable yet meaningful signs that may appear when Allah is revealing the person He has written for you. These are not red flags, they are reflections. And they often arrive in a form that tests your heart before it comforts it. So if you're torn right now, unsure whether to hold on or walk away, stay with me. One of these signs might be the clarity your soul has been seeking. Sign 1. You constantly clash, but each clash helps you grow. When we think about the person we're meant to be with, we imagine peace. We imagine finishing each other's sentences, long walks under the stars, gentle understanding. But sometimes Allah sends you someone who doesn't match that picture, at least not at first. Instead of harmony, you encounter disagreements. You argue. You feel misunderstood. Your conversations feel more like lessons than lullabies. It's easy in those moments to say, this can't be right. This isn't what love should feel like. But what if it is? What if those clashes aren't chaos but construction? What if Allah is using this person to teach you how to truly communicate, how to listen, how to put your ego aside and grow together? The Prophet Muhammad said, "A believer is the mirror of his brother." And mirrors don't flatter, they reveal. They show you what needs adjustment, not to shame you, but to help you refine yourself. This kind of person isn't in your life to dominate or dismiss you. They challenge you in a way that builds, not breaks. They don't fight to win, they speak to understand and to be understood. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but that discomfort often means you're engaging in something real. Sign 2. They trigger your insecurities, then help you heal them. There are people who make you feel stronger. And then there are people who make you feel seen. And being seen can feel terrifying. Suddenly your confidence wavers. Your past resurfaces. Parts of you that you've hidden, even from yourself, start rising to the surface. They might ask deep questions. They might notice the way your voice softens when you're unsure. They may say things that remind you of wounds you've buried. And it hurts, not because they're unkind, but because they reach a part of you you've been protecting. But here's the beauty, they don't judge you for it. They don't abandon you in that vulnerability. Instead, they sit with you in the discomfort. They listen. They support, they help you make peace with yourself. That's not weakness, that's healing. Allah says in the Quran, "Indeed, with hardship comes ease." Surah Ash-Shar 94:6. And sometimes that ease doesn't arrive after the hardship. Sometimes it emerges from it, through the very person who brings the storm, and then sits beside you until it passes. If someone helps you face the parts of yourself you've been avoiding, don't push them away too quickly. Ask, are they helping me understand myself more deeply? Are they guiding me toward inner peace I never thought possible? Because the one who challenges your insecurities but stays to help you heal might just be the one Allah sent to walk beside you on the path to wholeness. Sign 3. You try to walk away, but they keep returning with more sincerity. There may come a time when you feel overwhelmed and think, I can't do this. You pray for Allah to remove them from your heart. You delete the messages, try to silence the thoughts, move on. And just when you think it's over, they reappear. Not with pressure or drama, but with quiet presence, with sincerity, with a softened heart. It's confusing. You wonder, is this a sign? Or am I just stuck? But maybe this isn't about obsession or coincidence. Maybe it's about divine timing. Sometimes Allah separates two souls, not because they are wrong for each other, but because they aren't ready for each other yet. Healing is still needed. Maturity must grow. And then, when hearts are ripened by time and trials, Allah reunites them. The Prophet said, "What has reached you was never meant to miss you, and what has missed you was never meant to reach you." If someone keeps returning to your life, not to disturb your peace, but to deepen it, not to repeat mistakes, but to show growth, don't rush to shut the door. Sometimes the person who returns is part of your story, not as a distraction, but as a sign of your shared destiny. Sign 4. You feel afraid, not because they're wrong, but because they're right. You've been making sincere du'as. You've asked Allah for someone who will guide you in deen, love you with honesty, and walk with you toward Jannah. And then they arrive. They respect your faith. They see your soul. They speak your language without you having to explain it. And instead of joy, you feel fear. You ask, am I ready for this? Can I be the person they deserve? What if I fail at something this real? That fear doesn't mean the person is wrong. It means the connection is deep. It's real. It matters. We often expect answered prayers to feel light and effortless. But sometimes they come with weight. The weight of responsibility, the weight of sincerity, the weight of love that isn't just about emotions, but about soul alignment. Allah is generous. The Prophet said, your Lord is shy and generous. He is shy to turn away the hands of his servant when raised in supplication. If you've prayed for something real and now feel overwhelmed by its arrival, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It might mean it's already yours. Lean into the fear, because sometimes the love we ask for requires us to first become the person we're meant to be. Sign 5. They don't match your type, but they match your soul. You thought you knew what you were looking for. You had a type, a list, an image in your mind of what the right one would look and sound like. But the person Allah sends, they don't fit the checklist. Maybe they're from a different background. Maybe they don't share all your interests. Maybe their personality isn't what you expected, but their presence feels like peace. Their words feel like home. And even in their difference, they pull you toward growth, toward clarity, toward Allah. You begin to realize They may not be what you imagined, but they're what you need. Allah reminds us, perhaps you dislike something and it is good for you, and perhaps you love something and it is bad for you. Allah knows while you know not. Surah Al-Baqarah 2216. Your soul recognizes what your eyes may overlook, and sometimes Allah hides His greatest gifts behind the unexpected, because He wants to show you that His plan is always more beautiful than your own. If you're feeling confused right now, unsure if someone is meant for you, don't rush the process. Sit with the discomfort, reflect, observe the signs. Not every blessing comes in calmness. Some come through challenge, through lessons, through people who are placed in your life to awaken, shape, and strengthen you. Because the one who doesn't come easy may still be the one who's written for you. Written not just for this world, but for a love that leads to Jannah. So hold on to the Quran. Keep your du'as sincere and trust. Allah doesn't make mistakes with hearts, and He never leaves your prayers unanswered.